Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 30 for November 24th, 2020. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. So our lineup card is amended a little bit today. We do not have Kevin Lyon right away, but we do have Angelo Trinidad from Aliso Viejo, California. How you doing, Angelo?
Hey, Michael, how are you? I'm getting a lot of bad audio feedback on your end.
Sweet, that is awesome. I'm totally thankful for that. I'm not sure why. Let's see here. Let's see if anybody getting feedback on me. I certainly hope not. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. You're getting feedback on me though? Yeah, of course. So, episode 30. This is the way that we should start off. It's just me solo tonight. Okay, so let's get Angelo back in here. Is that better, Angelo? No? You can't hear me at all? Can we do it over? Can we do this over? Can we start over again? Can you guys hear me out there? Tell me. So Angelo potentially can't hear me, or he's having some audio troubles. I can't tell which.
There we go.
Are you back, Angelo?
Yeah, I think we're good.
You know what I should do? I should pull up the video and I should just start the video again and do the whole intro over again.
It's all good. I don't know what happened there.
We're doing all right. So we have the comments out there. So awesome. If Kevin was here, he could give me the other thing, but Kevin's not going to be here till later. So Angelo Trinidad, let's start this over.
Yes.
Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. Let me ask you, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving time?
Man, so many things. I'm thankful for a happy and healthy family, despite the global pandemic. I'm thankful, for all my friends and loved ones. I'm thankful to have a job that's continued to support us throughout this global pandemic. But I think what I like to call my saving grace, or the thing I've been most thankful about this year, and as cheesy as it sounds, is this show. And you and Kevin and my love and my joy and my passion for baseball and now baseball cards. And I'm really thankful to have this opportunity and this outlet, a creative outlet. And I'm super excited to be a part of this.
Well, thank you. It's been a great year so far, and we're into 30 episodes now. We have a ton of people in the comments checking in, and thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your Thursday. Boy, I'm already ahead of myself of my Tuesday to come and join us and really kind of following what we're doing. We're really super happy. I mean, for us, as we get together and talk beer and baseball, but for the fact of anybody coming in every Tuesday and listening to us, it's such a thrill, and we're really proud of what we've done and the community that we've built. And so that's been a real thankful thing for me. I have very supportive people in my house as well. This has been a very trying year, but this has been really great. And so obviously Kevin, if he was here, we'd be heaping the praise on him, but I actually know that he's out there. He watches on the way. He has to come home from a job in Irvine. So, we appreciate him very much and his knowledge and we actually appreciate his liver because it has kept him in the game. As it were, we joke with Kevin.
I mean, that liver has lasted through the Prohibition era, through the Great Depression,
right?
So talk about the bump card on that liver. Wrestling insider term there. So.
Yeah, it's gone through the hardball era. It's gone through all the strikes and so it's definitely all the rule changes definitely. Again, thank you for joining. So, Angelo Trinidad, what are you drinking tonight? And what are you wearing?
All right, so tonight I'm wearing my Las Vegas Aviators hat. And I picked this up when I was in Vegas just a little bit over a year ago, pre-pandemic, and it's been one of my favorite hats. Actually, when I was this is one of the rare occasions that my wife had input on a baseball hat, and I initially had their just the all navy blue hat with the navy blue bill. And she's like, "Oh, what about that orange? It really pops." And I was like, "You know what, babe, you're right. So I'm gonna go with that one." So this has been one of my favorite hats to wear. And tonight I'm drinking in continuing of my of last week, drinking a light carb conscious beer. I'm drinking the New Belgium Brewing Company Purist Clean Lager. This one is 95 calories, 30 or 3 gram net carb, 3.8% ABV. So I'm probably going to drink the whole 6-pack on this show. Maybe not. And this one is also a USDA organic, which I always find fascinating when I find beers that are USDA organic. Believe it or not, not the first USDA organic beer I've drank on this show. Michael, I know you drank one a couple weeks ago, but and I'm going to get the first crack right here. ASMR. There you go. And yeah, so this one, I actually like this one better than the one I had last week. This one's very crisp and refreshing on that first sip. And I can definitely tell the lightness on it. So this one's pretty good. This one for sure, I could definitely see on a hot summer day, poolside or at the beach, something like that would be great.
Yeah, and Cowboy Jack says that this one looks like a good breakfast beer, which is a great comment. Yeah, Ed, thank you for joining. Is it New England beer community or is it Northeast beer community? Would love to be a guest on the show or something. We'll definitely have to reach out to you, definitely. And Ryan's out there. Angelo trying to save money on his light bill. Looks like the mankind in the boiler room. Yeah, I actually like this. It's whereas I'm completely lit up. You have a very soft lighting, and it highlights your features quite well.
Thank
you. So, all right. So it's Northeast beer community. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for joining. Kevin obviously is not here, but his beer is from Gamecraft. But we'll skip over because I actually want him to talk about this when he gets in. So we'll skip over it. My beer is from Brewery West. It is the Bounce West Coast IPA. Now, I've had a lot of stuff from Brewery West, and it's I believe from San Pedro. Is that how you pronounce that? San Pedro? I would say Pedro, but
I think it's San Pedro.
San Pedro. So this is actually a very, very, when it comes to West Coast beers, I mean, like I haven't had one, I don't think that I've not enjoyed. And Brewery West has a lot of great, I love their artwork too. It looks like kind of like the firecracker Black Cat, I think it is. So this is super cool. And this beer is, has like notes of grapefruit, pine, and passion fruit. It has Citra, Mosaic, and Centennial hops, which are all of my favorites. And so, oh yeah, super good. 6% ABV, 70% IBU, which is right in my wheelhouse. So definitely check this one out if you happen to see it in your wherever you get beer. They have really unique packaging. I really enjoy it because like it looks like they put like stickers on them. So it's really super nicely designed. So it's definitely one of my favorites.
Was that a Trader Joe's find?
It was actually there's a place right down the street for me. It's actually called the Bottle Shop. Okay, and awesome. They have a lot of great variety of beers that I like to check in probably every month. So they always have something kind of new or unique that I like to try, especially for the show. So I definitely, this has been one of my favorites before. So I definitely was glad that I could put it in the rotation.
Awesome.
All right. So let's get to it.
Hey, but before we move on real quick, Mike, just when I was in conversation with when I was in Mexico last weekend with our friends that went with us, and we were talking about the show. So over the course of the show, there's 31 weeks, including the pilot episode. Between the three of us, it's 93 beers that we've had. Can you believe that? And it's been almost 93 original, like the first time.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple beers that you and Kevin had the same on an episode. None of us have had the same one even on alternating weeks. So isn't that crazy? We've drank almost 100 different beers on this show.
That is, and I want to put together, because I actually have a spreadsheet. I actually have a spreadsheet of all the beers that we've had, so we should definitely put that out there and not rank them, but at least put that out there, because at some point, probably at the end of the year, we're going to have two things. Actually, we're going to have the winner of the baseball card pack wars, but I'd also like to get the Beer Baseball beer of the year. Yeah, so or at least the top three from all of us. So we should definitely put that out there. I think that would be really great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Ed says, I come for the booze, I stay for the artwork. That is for sure. Yeah, and we should put the guest beers at All Ames Podcast joining us. That's it. Yeah, we definitely have to put that in there.
Yeah, Daniel, we can't leave that Bud Light off the list, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Not that this is any better, but yeah.
Well, so, and also I wanted to make mention of what I'm wearing. I always forget because I always want to skip to, I'm always looking at time, so I'm always trying to keep us on time, so I always try to skip ahead. But let me cue in on my hat right here. This is actually the Hudson Valley Renegades. This is the Mexican heritage of them. They're the Enmascarados. So this
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, and the Hudson Valley Renegades are actually a high A affiliate of the Yankees. So I didn't know that when I got it. I just liked the design, so I decided to get it. And my shirt is from the Savannah Bananas, which is an independent team out of Savannah, Georgia, and their big rival, the Macon Bacon. So, and a big rivalry out there. So definitely check them out. So the Savannah Bananas did a funny thing recently. They were going to go on a one city United States tour. So they were petitioning to get, hey, where are the Bananas going to go? They actually have a really cool pitch man. I wish I knew his name. Kevin would know it right off the top of his head. But he actually has like a yellow suit, and he drives around this yellow truck, but he's done really well with Savannah, like really escalated them as far as independent baseball and really got them on the map. Well, they decided they had New Orleans, and they had Atlanta, Georgia. I even told them to come out to Los Angeles or San Diego. Where did they end up going? They're at a big announcement, and they go, all right, we're going to come to, drumroll, Mobile, Alabama.
Let's go.
And they made it a big deal. There's like all this confetti and everything, and it was really funny. So I guess they're going to Mobile, Alabama. So it seems like a letdown, but actually I think it's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's do it. This is This Day in Baseball History for November 24th. This is a really interesting one. November 24th, 1953, unable to reach a new contract with manager Chuck Dreesen after the 1953 season, the Brooklyn Dodgers turned to the popular shortstop Pee Wee Reese to fill the role. So this is a picture with Walter O'Malley and Chuck Dreesen, but they actually went to Pee Wee Reese, which was very interesting at the time. He decided he actually did not want that job, and he wanted to stay at shortstop. Which is a really kind of interesting kind of conundrum, I'm sure, for somebody. I'm sure it would be great to manage a team, but obviously the duties of being a player and a manager will be very, very tough. So Reese says no, and that he'd rather remain the shortstop. With that, the Dodgers turned to 41-year-old Walter Alston, the ultra-quiet manager of Brooklyn's Class AAA team in Montreal. The Dodgers give Alston, who since 1940 has managed in the minors in relative obscurity, a one-year contract to manage the Dodgers in 1954. Alston does well enough in his first season in the majors, winning 92 games for the Dodgers and earning himself another one-year deal. So he manages in 1955, and Brooklyn wins the World Series. So what did that get him? Another one-year contract. So he keeps on getting one-year contracts until 1976. By then, he's accumulated 2,040 wins, 7 National League pennants, 4 World Series titles, and a pathway to the Hall of Fame. That is pretty incredible. I had no knowledge of this prior to this, but what a story that is.
Yeah, so that's what 23, 24 1-year contracts?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So now it's unheard of for anybody to go like, for a 1-year contract, it's actually, pretty rare. It's actually kind of a power play, but it's super interesting. I definitely really enjoyed kind of reading more about this story. And I think a lot of people don't really know like Walter Alston. I mean, he was the manager when the Dodgers moved to Los Angeles, but I don't think it's a lot of people really know. I mean, I would say like a lot of Dodger fans probably wouldn't know his history.
Yep.
So on this day in 1964, Ken Boyer is announced as the National League MVP. The world champion Cardinal third baseman easily outdistances Phillies right fielder Johnny Callison and teammate Bill White for the honor. Have you ever heard of Ken Boyer?
No, but it's it's very appropriate that you would insert a St. Louis Cardinals reference in this day in baseball history.
Of course. And he's a very underrated Cardinal player, and doesn't have Hall of Fame stats, but was a good player nonetheless. And I always love these like vintage pictures of them. They're so like they just have such a great feel to them,
especially that, look at that. It looks like almost like an apartment building in the background, kind of.
Yeah. And as I noticed this, I think that there's another picture of like Stan Musial. I think it's in this, probably even in the same position, but I noticed that they kind of like fudged the sky back here. You can kind of tell over by the pavilion. So they tried to, it was like a brighter day out there than it appears here. So, but I just love these pictures. They're super cool. So Mark Viquez, who was on the show last week, says he's having a Fall City Pilsner. It's been that kind of day. Yes. Yeah, I can relate. I'm sipping mine with a lot of joy after today, for sure.
Every day has been that kind of day.
Yeah, for real. Every day this year. So November 24th, 1971, Atlanta slugger Earl Williams receives 18 of the 24 first place votes cast by the baseball writers to win the National League Rookie of the Year award. Now, if you were to ask me who the 1971 Rookie of the Year was, it would not be Earl Williams. I'm not even sure that I think that I've seen a couple of his baseball cards, but I didn't realize he was Rookie of the Year. The 23-year-old catcher infielder hit 33 home runs and drove in 87 runs for the third place team this season. Though he never played catcher in the minor leagues, he earned the National League Rookie of the Year award at that position in 1971, which is even more astounding. I wasn't even aware that. I know that he was an infielder, but so he won it as a catcher. And he actually was out of baseball by 77. So just a little blip on the radar for Earl Williams here. And with that said, yay!
Whoa.
At least I was right. I thought 620. I was dead on. Hi, guys.
Howdy.
Whatever. I don't need that.
Good to have you.
All right. So this is what we were waiting. This is what you were waiting for. So Game Crab's a favorite brewery of ours, and it was their second anniversary this past weekend. And I saw they were going to have this beer called Mango Dango. It's a mango gelato IPA, 9.2%. So I've been doing this for a couple days. So let's see how I'm feeling by the end of the show, guys.
Good thing you drove home already.
But yeah, look, I'm already home. So.
And from what
on the road, as Ed implied, don't try to incriminate me.
From what I read, it's an anniversary beer with mango, apricot, and nectarine, which I have not seen yet. Nectarine, that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Yeah, they just released it on Saturday. That's why I placed an order to go get it. And this can's very full. I'm having a hard time pouring it out here. They made like a couple of ales, beers just for this weekend. So let's see how this is.
Yeah, and Mark Viquez says that Chris Chambliss won the Rookie of the Year in the American League, and yeah, so that's pretty cool.
You would not know this is a 9.3%er, by the way.
Really,
and not know it. It's not.
I was going to ask you because the beers there are so tasty that you don't really taste the alcohol. So I was going to ask you about that.
It smells hoppier than it tastes. I was kind of surprised. I'm smelling going. Not so I can smell. I'm like, it was pretty strong, but I'm like, no, but this is really nice though. The mango's pretty subtle. I haven't tasted too much of the mango yet, but I got to really get into this,
Yep.
And you know what's funny? I can't remember the name of the guy on the bananas. It's like Cole, like Jason Cole or something like that.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up in the background. Yeah, but he's definitely needs to be. We need to talk about him more. We've talked about him before in a previous episode, but we probably need to do a whole thing on the Savannah Bananas because their approach is really, really innovative. All right. So back to it. November 24th, 1982, Orioles infielder Cal Ripken wins the American League Rookie of the Year award. He batted .264, 28 home runs, and 93 runs batted in. The Maryland native's consecutive game streak is in its infancy at 118 games.
Man.
Very cool. So
heck of a card too. I mean, like that Jeff Schneider rookie card, you don't know how hard it is to get that card. It's so expensive.
Yeah, and they didn't even give him a hat. He didn't even stick in the major league long enough to get a hat. So that was very unfortunate for him. And Bob Bonner, how is when they how is he going to play shortstop?
You imagine a guy like him. It's like, I want to get my rookie card, and it's just like, yeah, good luck ever being afford that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Totally.
This is the end of that era when they used to do that. They would do that. I think the famous one before that was the 69 69 or 68 Nolan Ryan rookie. It's him and Jerry Kuzman, I think.
Right.
And they were doing that for a while where it'd be like rookies. Or Pete Rose, that's the famous one. His rookie card is 4 faces and circles on a card. Yep. And I think around this time period, they pretty much this is when they all ended doing the 3 prospects on a card. This is a lot of good cards like that.
They started like anticipating them for sure. But it's funny because you see them today. They kind of brought that retro style in some of the current cards, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, leaders used to do that, but not like actual rookie cards,
Right.
And this is when the market like took off too in the mid 80s. So maybe that's why they realized we need to make these guys individualized.
That's right. November 24th, 1986, the Twins announced interim manager Tom Kelly will be the club's skipper next season.
Wow. Very interesting.
The Minnesota native who replaced Ray Miller at the end of the season will compile a losing record, 1,140 to 1,244, but wins 2 world championships during a 16-year tenure. So very this was like a kind of a magical time for them. So 87 they won it, and 91 they won.
His first year then he won it. It's like wow. And then the infamous worst the first series in 91,
That's right.
And then the Braves. I should say infamous. I'm saying it's just odd when you have 2 worst the first at the same time.
Yep. And I saw, I was going to put it in here, but I didn't have time. At the very end of me putting this together, I saw that Tom Kelly actually has a statue at the new Target field. It's it's in behind right field. And that I think he got that one like in 2017. So something so there you go, Tom Kelly. November 24th, 2006. Now we were talking before about players that were kind of busts or now we'll talk about if Carlos Lee here it was a bust or not, but on this date, Carlos Lee, who turned down a 4-year, $48 million offer from the Brewers, signs the richest contract in franchise history, agreeing to a 6-year deal with the Astros worth $100 million. El Caballo, who split last season playing left field and DHing for the Brewers and Rangers, becomes the second player this offseason and 12th overall in baseball history to sign a contract which reaches $1/10 of $1 billion. Yeah. So, and you don't think of him as like a superstar player.
No.
But as I look at his statistics, his batting average was pretty respectable, 285. He had 2,273 hits, which is way more than I thought he would have.
Way more than I would have thought. Yeah.
358 home runs and 1,363 runs batted in. Yeah, totally. And he played from the Astros from 2007 to 2012, and then he was with the Marlins in 2012, and that was it. The very interesting fact that I could find on him was he has 17 career grand slams, ranking him seventh in Major League Baseball history, tied with Jimmy Fox and Ted Williams.
Wow.
So I thought he was a bust, and it turns out he was a pretty respectable player.
I mean, if you like, a very controversial Hall of Fame pick in like the 90s was Tony Perez, and I'm like, he has like Tony Perez kind of numbers there, but obviously Tony Perez played on it. I guess the other factor is Tony Perez was on some really amazing teams too, and won championships.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and it's a really good comparison. I'm not sure of how, because I think Carlos Lee was known more of a slugger. Obviously, was Tony Perez. Tony Perez reminds me more of like, I always thought of him more like a Rod Carew more than a slugger.
He had he had over 300 home runs though. I know he had. He had somewhere around like 320, 321 or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but something like that. He's just a very good player, but I'm still just like, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, we'll have to look at Tony Perez's stats. That's a good one to look up. So the next one here is something we're going to end on this one, because this one's pretty incredible, and I was kind of surprised by this one. I'll see if you are too. November 24th, 2008. As a result of being among the top finishers in an Indian reality TV show called $1 Million Arm, which drew approximately 30,000 contestants, Dinesh Patel and Rinku Singh signed free agent deals to pitch for the Pirates, although they have never thrown a baseball until earlier this year. The pair of 20-year-old cricket players, the first two players from India to sign a contract with Major League organization, will have a 2014 Disney movie made about their experience. Now, let me ask you, have you seen this movie?
I have.
Oh,
it's a great movie.
Yeah. And now, did you ever follow up on like the players that I showed before?
Yeah,
I know about Rinku.
Yeah, I know about Rinku also.
Now, I had no knowledge of this.
Yeah.
Look at how different he is.
January 2018, Singh signed a contract with WWE. On May 31st, 2018, made his in-ring debut on an NXT live event in Tampa in a loss to Cassius Ohno, our friend Chris Hero.
Yeah,
there you go.
On March 25th, so this year, I do remember this, but I didn't know who it was.
Right.
They were on an episode of NXT. And they came out as their tag team with Malcolm Bivens attacking NXT tag team champion Matt Riddle. And I was like, that blew my mind. I was like, oh my God.
It's just weird because the guy, like, it's like in the baseball thing, he never threw a baseball, and this guy never wrestled or anything, but WWE sometimes wants to get like a good who they think is a good athlete. So I'm guessing that's why they signed him.
Now, did you know about this, Angelo?
Yep, I did.
Wow. And it's just one of those things that kind of passed me by that I didn't, because I was more interested.
Come on. It's modern wrestling. You're not paying enough attention to it. And that's fine. He's a blip on the radar, is what they'd say for wrestling. It's not like he's on Raw or SmackDown or anything.
That's true.
Some of their name anyway, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been as familiar if I didn't know the backstory behind $1 Million Arm and all that stuff. But as soon as I heard the name, I immediately connected. I was like, there's no way this can be the same one that, played for, that was this movie was about. And sure enough, it was, because it doesn't even look like the same human being.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So he just, I obviously has got, what do you say? Like 6'4", I think he is. And so, I mean, good size. I mean, and I know that, what was it? I keep on want to say Dalip Singh, but he had a training facility in India that Ricardo Rodriguez was a part of. And so, but I don't know if he did he wrestle there?
No, he didn't.
No.
I think they just signed him cold.
Yeah, I
WWE
think
They
he's.
like
I
to
think.
sign
Yeah, I
some
think he's.
athletes sometimes, and I'm guessing they thought, oh, this is a gimmick. He's the guy who was in this movie. Let's see if we can do something with him.
Yeah, I think he's lived stateside ever since he moved here
Yeah.
for the minors.
And he just got into wrestling, and that's
And
that.
For the layman, for the people at home, when he was talking about Dalip Singh, he's talking about the guy
Great Khali.
Great
he has
Khali.
school in India, which seems bizarre because like the guy who could like barely move as a wrestling school,
Yeah.
And obviously Ricardo Rodriguez was, I guess, is he still there or was he just training for a bit? I mean, I don't know.
No, he was leading classes there. I want to say for almost like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. But yeah, he moved back here, and I think he's back in Florida. So yeah, but I know that he loved his time there doing all that stuff. So that I thought that he may have some connection there. That's even more incredible that he didn't.
Yeah.
Super cool. Mark Viquez, I hope that movie is better than Major League 3. It is. Actually, $1 Million Arm is actually really good.
I didn't know John Hamm was in that. I thought it was like Dennis Quaid. I thought was in that.
No, man, that's the rookie.
Oh, there you go. I'm mixing my movies up. See,
Well, also you were talking about Ricardo. He's actually working on Primetime Live with Dave.
That's right.
Yeah. I think I don't know if he's doing Spanish commentary or something like that, or producing, but he's working with Primetime Live.
Right on. So great story. I mean, I couldn't believe when I saw that in this day in baseball, and then I looked it up. I mean, this is the beauty of finding out all this stuff through research. You get to find out like all these different things and put it all together.
Go down that rabbit hole so you can get back out.
Yes. Cowboy Jack is a big fan of the great Khali, one of the great world champions of our time. And I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or if he's being.
And he's a world champion. I mean, great. Great is subjective. World champion is not subjective. All right.
Yeah.
And the innovator of the Punjabi prison match. Let's not forget about that.
Oh, please no.
Innovator.
Don't look that up, kids, if you're a wrestling fan. Please. You hurt my feelings a little bit there.
Hey, Ryan and Mark know what I'm talking about with that. For sure.
But they actually made a play set of that too at one point. Can you imagine you buy that for your kid? I bought you a Punjabi prison play set for your Undertaker figure. Wow. Great.
What does that mean? I don't know. All right, it is time for Baseball Card Pack Wars. As always, we get all of our baseball cards from Hall of Fame Baseball Cards in Arcadia, California, HOFBC.com. Here are the standings, and it is tight. It is a tight race, and Angelo is not too far out of it. But Kevin, even though he has 34 wins, percentage-wise, he is ahead of me with 35 wins, just by 3 1/100ths of a percentage point.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so it is very close. So this is actually a very important battle. And Kevin, I don't know if you heard earlier, we're gonna at the end of the year we're gonna have
don't worry,
a championship.
I'm saying comments, and you weren't answering my comments, by the way, sir. You're ignoring me. How dare you ignore me?
I'm trying to do too many things at once. Yeah, please forgive me. I need a moderator.
Well, I'm saying, you're being selective about who you're reading. You're reading from Ed and from Cowboy Jack. What about me?
What about me? So selfish. Yeah, exactly. All right. This is the Baseball Card Pack Wars rules. We're going to open our packs. A relic card knocks out one player of choice. An autograph card knocks out 2. High numbered card wins in round 1 and 2. First and second round, you get 1 point. Third round is the wild card round and 2 points for the win. And we all drink collectively when we get a Brewers card.
Bring on those Brewers.
Yeah. So, Kevin, you are in the lead, so we'll let you go first.
All right, well, I'm pouring this in, and my gosh, if I drink all this by the end of the show, oh my goodness, it'll be a long night or a short night. I might be going to sleep early. All right, let's start with the 2020 Big League Baseball. Let's see what we got here. Let's get something. Oops, I did a terrible job opening that pack. I literally tore out the middle and the sides didn't open.
There you go. Yes, Mark did win last week. So,
Yes, you did.
but the guests are still under 500, which I'm very proud of.
There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. We have Brian Reynolds, award winner Nelson Cruz. It doesn't say what he won. Oh, the Edgar Martinez Outstanding Designated Hitter Award. Wow,
Nice.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Javier Baez, Renato Nunez, Gerrit Cole, Yodan Alvarez. My orange is Corey Kluber. Oops, sorry, that's not here. I got a roll call of Mr. Mookie Betts. The insert there, up the side. Let's see here. We got Zach Wheeler. And let's close it out with the right way award winner. Look at that shot, Josh Hader. Pick up your
Wow, let's
Haterade.
go.
There you
Get your
go.
Haterade. Woo!
Salud. And Cowboy Jack says, "Remember when I was a rule?" Yeah, we do, of course. Now we're gonna rotate you back in.
Jack, it's better to be the unwritten rule. All right.
There you
Yes.
Like
In
the
baseball, there's unwritten rules, and that will always be the unwritten rule that you drink after every card.
He has hope one day we open jumbo packs.
Yes.
All right,
Oh
Big
yeah,
League.
we should do that. That'd be awesome.
Big League 2020. All right, so we're kicking it off with Chris Bryant, Austin Meadows, Vlad Jr., stolen base leaders AL, Kyle Lewis, Malik Smith, Adalberto Mondesi, and Jonathan VR, Oscar Mercado, Daniel Murphy. My orange parallel is Kyle Lewis.
Rookie of the year.
Defensive wizard Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's a good card there.
NL innings pitched leaders. We have Steven Strasburg, Jacob deGrom, and Aaron Nola,
Nice.
and D. Gordon.
There you go. All right. So I am up. My big league. I'll whip through this. Angelo got him as a autograph card, but it's Brian Reynolds.
I did.
In the
That's funny. Let's see if you have my pack. That was my first card too.
Oh, is that right? Nelson
Yeah.
Cruz.
Wait, I had him. I thought I had Nelson Cruz. Yeah, Nelson Cruz.
Yep.
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
Jordan Alvarez.
Alvarez, yes.
You did not get this one. Carter Kieboom.
No,
Ty
I
Boom.
didn't get that. Darn,
Oh, that's a cool card. Star caricature reproduction of Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh, very nice. So you got the Cardinal. Good job.
Cool. My insert is Howie Kendrick. And let's get your beers out because we have Josh Hader.
Very good. Double Haterade.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dakota Hudson and Texas Rangers, Mike Minor. All right, Kevin, what do you got?
I got thrown off because I'm looking going, why is it not the same order? And I forgot I already had my cards in numerical order. All right, well, this is a pretty good one. My Nelson Cruz award winner is, you know what? Well, you have it too. 280.
All right, so let's actually get some drama here because my hard card is 280.
Hang on, and I have a good joke for you next. All right, what's your next highest card? 279, Josh Hader.
You're right. 279. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, Angelo, what you got for us?
All right, Angelo. So let's.
Vlad Jr. 295.
It doesn't matter. Nicely done, Angelo. You're up.
All right, pro debut 2020.
All right.
And we saw apparently there's 2 autos and 2 relics in every box, and we've only gotten 1 auto so far.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna now you better you get first, better not. Yeah.
So we're on the hunt. And Kevin, you have the Brewer affiliates up?
Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I should just have it memorized by now, but I'm almost a third through this thing here. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, I'll let you know.
All right. So we got Matthew Lugo, Gulf Coast League, Red Sox. The Dayton Dragons, Hunter Green. Bo Phillip from the Danville Braves. From the Wilmington Blue Rocks, Daniel Lynch. From the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, Andres Jimenez.
There's
Nice.
one for Mark.
We have the Greenville Reds, Reese Hines.
Yep.
From the West Virginia Power, Julio Rodriguez. And you could chalk up one more win for me because I got Kendall Williams autograph from the GCL Blue Jays.
I'm never gonna be able to open these packs. Boom. All right. I'm glad at least I didn't open mine this time. What team was he on? Who was that
GCL Blue Jays.
Can you show us that card? Is it numbered or anything, or is it just an autograph?
No, it's just autographed. It's
whatever.
autograph
Fine.
based.
Take it.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job.
Sticker,
Nicely done.
sticker auto. So
I like it. It looks like just a scribble.
Yeah.
it does look like a scribble. But I could see the KW. It's basically his initials, lazy.
Nicely done. Wow, you're pulling yourself back in this. Gave us
All right.
both 2 losses right away. Good.
All right, so wild card. We'll pick we'll make it easy and do National League.
All right.
National League players.
Okay.
So I got my baseballism bag here.
That was a great coincidence. We all had the exact same bag. That actually worked out so beautifully.
Yeah, totally.
Something I'm thankful for was that.
All right, I got 2020 Bowman Chrome, so only 5 cards. So.
Ouch.
But the chance to get something good here is
Yeah.
Absolutely.
True.
And
Yeah.
this is this Bowman Chrome 2020 and 2020 Topps Chrome are my 2 favorite series so far this year.
Yeah.
By far. All right. Got Hyunjin Ryu. So I got 1 NL. We got Andres Munoz.
All right.
I got Yoshi Tetsugo. I got another National Leaguer, Michael Baez. So both Padres. And AL Seth Brown. So I got 2 National Leaguers.
2. All right, Kevin, you're up.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. 2020 Top Series 2.
Mm.
All right. Let's
How
see
many
what
cards in that? 14?
14.
Yeah, 14.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. All right. We said National League, right?
Yep.
All right. So we got Tampa Bay Rays team card. No. Anderson Simmons. No. Austin Romine. No.
Uh-oh.
Michael Brantley. No.
Uh-oh.
Ryan Zimmerman. There's my first one. There we go. DJ Stewart. No. You're lucky you didn't say American League. Tony Kemp. No. Gosh, what the heck is happening here? Eduardo Escobar. There we go. Finally, there's 2. Xander Bogaerts. No.
Okay.
Angel Jose Rodriguez. No. Seattle Mariner Tim Lopez. No.
Wow.
My insert is a freaking American Leaguer. Look at this.
Wow.
Warriors of the Diamond. Wade Boggs. No. Oh my gosh. Tom Eshelman. Baltimore Orioles. And my last
Wow.
card. Whew, barely made it. Giants.
3.
Okay. So 3.
Wow.
Yes, please tell Grace hello from all of us here at the Beer Baseball Blogcast.
Hi, Grace. Thanks for watching.
All right, so I'm just I don't have any variety packs, so I'm just going to go with
Oh, you're out. Wow.
I'm out of my variation, so I'm going to go with
Reload,
my Big League Baseball, which has 10 cards. I would have gone with my other one for the pro debut, but I didn't want to do the conversion of
oh gosh,
teams.
yeah, no. That's fine.
Okay.
I accept that.
Well, I'm starting off pretty badly with Aaron Judge.
You could not start as badly as I did.
That's
all right?
true. Miami Marlins, Isan Diaz.
there you
So
go.
I got one. American League, Nico Goodrum. Tigers. Oh boy, Blake Snell. Ah,
And Angelo picked
Brave.
Angelo picked category. So let's see what happens.
Ronald Acuna Jr. So I got that's 2. Whew. Dodgers, Will Smith. 3. And your winner, Starling Marte, the insert for the
There you
Diamondbacks.
go.
Colorado Rockies.
Oh
Now I'm
my
just-
gosh. You got the opposite of my pack.
AJ Puck
Okay.
and Tatis Jr.
Oh my goodness.
This might be a variation as well, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. Usually when they have their hats off, that's usually a variation.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great job.
So we all got a win, actually.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Not
you-
Kevin.
Oh,
No,
you
we
didn't get a
didn't.
win?
No. Oh, wow.
That's right. You're clover.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't get a
What a
win.
coincidence. The guy in first place, you're going to make fun of him for not winning. Wow. You're lucky I wasn't here at 6 o'clock on the dot because this one wasn't empty and I'd be really yelling at you right now.
All right, let's end it off with baseball trivia. We're going to test your knowledge. I'm not sure if you can Google these fast enough, so
I'm ready.
but I'm going to see. Please, definitely in the comments, let us know some of your very creative answers to these questions.
Come on. Feelers out there.
All right.
Hear from Grace. Let's hear from Grace. I
Yeah,
want
Grace. We definitely need some baseball knowledge from Grace. Which 2 players are the only switch hitters to win multiple batting titles? So there's a lot of switch hitters out there. Some more famous than others. Some very famous. Hall of Famers.
I just went blank on this. And I'm like, I should know this. So I was went. My brain just shut off completely.
So let me throw some out there for you. Lance Berkman.
That's definitely not the first switch hitter I would ever think of in baseball.
Well, I'm not going to give you the answers.
I know. I'm
going to give you guys who are switch hitters. Jose Reyes.
Hey, Hall of Famer Ted Simmons.
Ted Simmons was a switch hitter. You're absolutely correct.
I learned about that on the Baseball Bunch.
Is that right?
Yes. He was on to talk about switch hitting, and he's ambidextrous. How about that?
How interesting. Here's a quick trivia question within a trivia question.
Yes, sir.
What was Ted Simmons' nickname?
Oh shoot. Oh no. I know I'm completely blanking. So go ahead and enlighten me because he's a Cardinal. That's why you know it.
No, not so much. He was the original Simba.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I didn't know he was
Yeah.
Simba.
Chipper Jones.
Oh wow, Chipper Jones.
I don't know. All Angels podcast is asking if
Chipper 1. I'm like, who's Chipper 1? Chipper Jones. Okay. And
Bubble Pug going with Mickey Mantle. Not the answer, but a good guess.
No, that's a good one. But yeah, I don't remember him winning batting titles, home run titles. I'm sure. Gosh.
Any guess, Angelo? Do you have any switch hitters that you would know of?
None that I can think of. That maybe one. I mean, it's because you selected the question. I feel like it's at least one of them's going to be pretty obscure, and one is probably more obvious than we're leading to believe.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
What? Okay, I'll give you this hint. One should be super obvious. The other one you probably won't get, and probably didn't even know he was a switch hitter. One is like you're probably gonna kick yourself if you.
I'm gonna kick myself because my brain is just like, my brain went blank. Unfortunately.
Anybody have a guess?
Wow. Chipper Jones is like our only guest. Nobody else has anything out there.
Well, said Simmons, which I said Timmons.
Ted Simmons. Very good.
He's already
You know
drunk.
anyone Ted Simmons?
Eddie Murray. That's a good guess.
Oh,
Bubble
Eddie
plug.
Murray. I didn't even remember him being a pinch hitter. See,
I don't know if he was a switch hitter. Oh, he might have been.
Like, was Roger Hornsby a switch hitter? I think it's like
I don't think so.
Well, that obviously not, because that's not the answer. You have like, hey, good job, Kevin.
Yeah.
Was switch hitting even a thing in the 1900s? In the early 1900s?
You'd be surprised how many people. You'd be surprised. Ed was saying Chipper too. That is not the answer.
Okay.
But
not Ty Cobb. He wasn't like switch hitting. I mean,
no, it's not. It's not actually. Both players have. I would say, from 1960. One started in 1960. The other one's probably started in 1980. It actually did start in 1980s. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. I don't even know if he's a switch hitter, but I feel like something's telling me that one of them is Tony Gwynn.
Ooh, he wasn't a switch hitter.
That's a good guess. Yeah, because I was like,
a great guess.
In the 80s, when you think batting titles, you think Wade Boggs and Tony Gwynn. But I don't know Wade. I don't believe Wade Boggs is a switch hitter.
You guys gonna kick yourself?
I'm sure I will. Multiple. I don't remember Rod Crew being a switch hitter. That's the other guy who win a bunch of batting titles.
He was always left-handed hitter.
Yeah, lefty. Yeah.
Ozzie Smith is a great guess.
I think that too.
Okay, so I'll give you a slight hint. I'll give you a slight hint.
I didn't think he won a title. That's the first switch hitter I thought of.
Did not win a title, but it was actually Ozzie Smith's teammate.
Willie McGee?
Willie McGee is one of them.
Wow.
Because I forgot he was a switch hitter. See, that's a tough one. That's an obscure one.
That's all right. Nicely done, Kevin. So who is?
Well, you gave me the hint, and I realized the only switcher on that team would be Willie McGee. But I forgot he. Wow, like Willie McGee is one of the most underrated hitters of the '80s.
Agreed.
For sure.
Agreed. His nickname E.T.
Yes. Like, for basketball fans, Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell is E.T. Right? He looks more like E.T. than Willie McGee.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Angelo, who is the greatest hitter of all time? Who is the hit king?
Babe Ruth.
No.
Hank Aaron.
Rose.
I don't know.
Who is the hit king?
Oh, sorry, I said it. Sorry. You didn't hear me, hopefully. I don't remember that guy being a there you go. I can't believe I didn't remember him being a switch hitter.
I don't remember him being a switch hitter either. All I remember is him getting choke slammed or tombstone by Kane.
You remember the important stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Not his 4,000 hits.
Wow, Willie McGee won a batting title in 1990?
Yes.
What's almost even crazier is that you would say that Pete Rose's peak was after 73.
Yeah, you would think. Totally.
Yeah, he never won a batting title after 73. That's wow. Because he played from his rookie card, and it's funny to go back to earlier in the show. Pete Rose's rookie card. I remember I mentioned it. His rookie card was one of those ones with 4 faces on it.
Yep.
And he played until like 86, 87. You know.
Yep. And Ed with a great callback. Now, if anybody knows who Kenneth Keith Callenbach, rest in peace.
I didn't know
he would be proud. Yeah, he actually died in jail, of all things.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
under kind of suspicious circumstances, but yeah.
One of my favorite KKKs.
Yes.
Sorry.
Wow.
KKK. What's his initials? It's the guy's initials. Back. Yeah, I am.
Kevin's already drunk, I think.
No, I'm not. That's why I said that.
All right, so let's go. So some of the other switch hitters: Tim Raines, Roberto Alomar, Mickey Mantle, Chipper Jones, as a lot of people were saying, Eddie Murray, Lance Berkman, Reggie Smith, a Dodger and a Cardinal, Ted Simmons, Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
Carlos Zambrano was a switch hitter, which I did not know. Carlos Beltran, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
Mark
Yes,
Teixeira, Chili
Wow.
Davis, Ken Singleton, Jose Reyes, as I said, Tony Phillips, and Ben Zobrist.
So a fun show would be figuring what's the history of the switch hitter? Like Mickey Mantle is like the first famous one I know of. Like, how much was that thing before the 1950s? You know?
Yeah, that would be fun to check out.
And is there a switch pitcher? Is there such a thing as that? You know?
Yeah, and it was brought up before. A Vita
there you
Blue
go.
was actually a switch hitter. Yeah,
Yeah.
Totally. And I didn't know Hip Hip Jorge Posada was a switch hitter. That's pretty cool.
Very good.
Okay, so question 2. Who is the only player in Major League Baseball history with 3 straight seasons reaching both 35 home runs and 200 hits? Now, I will classify this player as one of those players that they don't talk about this player as like one of the superstars of the era or of baseball, and he totally deserves it, and actually has the accolades. I will give you a hint and say it is a Hall of Famer.
It is Hall of Famer. Okay. You know, it'd been hilarious if I was Tony Perez.
I don't know. Yeah. You could throw that out there.
No, I don't think I don't see him doing those kind of numbers.
Yeah. 3 straight seasons. I mean, that is
pretty impressive.
Yes.
But it's funny because you would think like, oh, this has to be like an all-time great, you know?
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
But I say that it's one of those Hall of Famers that I will put out there. It was actually he was on the ballot, I think, 15 times.
Wow.
I think he got in right at the end. Mark Viquez puts out there Vlad. That is a great guess. That is not it.
Wow.
That's a great guess, though. And it is a Vlad. I would not a flamboyant player like Vlad, but a very similar hitter. I would contend. Not in the same style, but same kind of numbers.
The name that came to my head just now was Andre Dawson.
That is a great guess too. Much in the same mold.
Yeah.
Cowboy Jack with the Willie Mays Hayes.
He always goes back. One of these days, Willie Mays Hayes is going to be the answer, Jack. One of these days. All right.
Willie Mays Hayes does not have the numbers. That is for darn sure. He did not have a long, illustrious career. I actually had the opportunity to get this man's autograph.
Very good.
And I actually had to go and watch the independent Chicago Dogs.
Oh, to get it.
No. I had to leave. He was actually signing. He was actually signing at a convention in Chicago.
Convention. I thought you meant he was at Chicago Dogs game. I was like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, I had to leave and go to the Chicago Dogs game, but he was actually signing.
Am I allowed to ask? Do I have his autograph too?
You might.
Right. Is he on my bat?
He might be. He might be on your bat of fame.
My bat of fame.
Ryan puts out there Ichiro. That's another great guess.
A great guess.
Yeah, great guess. But he wasn't as much.
35 home runs. Yeah.
Yeah, the home runs thing. And what's funny is that Ichiro, I can't remember who said this. I remember it was either an interview or someone who interviewed him said this about him. He could have hit 35 home runs in a year, but he decided he didn't want to. He actually wanted to hit for average and hits. But he very well could have hit 35 home runs. I can't remember who exactly said it, but that's how good of a hitter he was.
I got it. I think I might have it here.
Oh my gosh.
Jim Rice.
Holy cow. Kevin.
Wow.
How did you pull that out?
When you told me it took 15 years, all of a sudden a light bulb came in my head going, oh my God, might be Jim Rice. The writers hated that guy. And that's why it took so long to get in the Hall of Fame.
See, I'm giving you little nuggets here and there to get this, and you got it. I can't believe that. That is so well done. So
I can't believe I didn't remember him being like a 200 hit kind of guy though, but he was like incredible in that era. Incredible.
Yeah. And during, I mean, this era, I mean, at the end of the 70s, I mean, he was insane. Like he had so many. Yeah. These are his Major League Baseball statistics.
Oh, good. Thank you. I want to see this.
Now, much like Carlos Lee, 298 batting average.
Yep.
2,452 hits, 382 home runs.
Yeah.
1,451 runs batted in. So, I mean, if we compare that, he didn't have as long as a career. I mean, his career, I mean, Rice's career was longer than Carlos Lee. Yeah. Similar numbers.
Yeah.
But here's the difference. Jim Rice was an 8-time All-Star.
Yep.
AL MVP in 78,
mm-hmm.
2-time Silver Slugger Award, 83 and 84, 3-time AL home run leader, 77, 78, 83, which I didn't remember he was 83 that he hit. I don't know how many home runs.
It probably have been 40-ish, I would think. You know, because it might have been in the 30s still, because the numbers really went up later on in the 80s.
And then his number 14 is retire with the Red Sox. And he's so he was inducted in 2009, 76.4 ballot.
Wow, barely made it.
15th ballot. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what though? Even nowadays, he would have made it in because of this new. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of this new Veterans Committee to let more modern players in. They're like, man, you know what, Jim Rice, Ted Simmons is a heck of a ball player. But I can't say Hall of Famer. I'm like, it just doesn't, you know, you got Hall of Famers. Oh, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams,
Willie
Mays, Ted Simmons. You know, like one name doesn't sound like the other. You know?
Yeah, but here's the thing I will say about Ted Simmons.
Yeah.
His statistics are actually ones that you can debate because he was, I think. What did they determine? He was the second best hitting catcher of that era.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, it's just because he played on teams that didn't win. Yeah.
Behind Bench. Yeah. Behind Johnny Bench, I'm assuming.
Yes. And so like he played on the Cardinals, he played on the Brewers, and he wasn't seen as one of those players that was like a superstar.
Right.
And so I think only 5 players have hit 40 or more home runs in the 80s. Jackson, Ogilvie, Bell, Barfield, and Evans.
Yeah, because Ogilvie won it in 82. Because I remember, because like Reggie didn't. I was like, how did Ogilvie win the home run title? And he had like, he had like 41 or whatever it was. At least I think that was him that year.
Right.
But
yeah, he was, and he was one of those unassuming players. So if you look at him statistically. Yes, he made a total case for himself. I think that's what got him into.
Honestly, if you're in a more unique position, like a catcher or maybe a second baseman or a shortstop, you know, the writers will look at that. Or people, or obviously, the players are going to look at that differently than your average fan. You're like, dude, this is like the best hitting catcher of that era. That's going to get more, I'd say brownie points, but more brownie points than votes potentially.
Yeah.
But sometimes I did think about that. Like your position does play a factor sometimes how you get voted in.
Yeah. So like Angelo, I'm gonna throw this to you. Like I always hear about like a guy named let's say Buster Posey.
Okay.
So, you know, of this era, you know, is he a surefire Hall of Famer? So far, maybe. But I always feel like, I don't know. He had a really great beginning of his career.
Yeah.
He's now become like kind of a marginal player. I think that he might even be playing first base soon with Joey Bart coming up.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a really pivotal time for Buster Posey. Yeah. So does a player like that, a more modern player we're talking about now, do they make I think like Ted Simmons is a perfect example. Like if you look at his statistics, are you looking up his statistics, Kevin, in the background?
No, no, I didn't get a chance to. But like a Posey, again, it's like it's not just that he was a catcher; he was like the franchise of that team for a while there.
Yeah.
That's one of those intangible factors as well. You know.
Yeah, and they won several championships.
Yep.
Over the course of his time there. I think that's gonna, as much as you want to think about individual accolades when it comes to Hall of Fame, I do think that being a part of winning franchises matter as well, because of their contribution. So, I mean, Buster Posey's statistics. I mean, his career batting average is 302.
Well, it's better than Jim Rice. So there you go.
Yeah, 140 home runs, 673 RBIs. So, but he was 6-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion, NL MVP in 2012, NL Rookie of the Year in 2010, 4-time Silver Slugger Award. So, if you take that along with the 3 World Championships, you got to think he's a surefire Hall of Famer. But you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Still then, like nowadays, like I don't know if that's surefire. Who knows? Who knows what these guys are going to vote on nowadays?
So saying that, does Yadier Molina make the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I don't know. Because again, like I said, you have the best people at their position. Do they get in? Yep. I mean, Yogi Berra had, and Johnny Bench, they had the numbers to justify it. They may not have had like a 500 home runs or whatever, but those guys, like a Bench and a Berra, they had somewhere like almost 400 home runs or so.
Yeah.
So, and then on top of that, they had World Series championships and like other awards and All-Stars. Like, I don't know how much nowadays you don't think about that as much. I don't think about nowadays like, oh God, they have this many Silver Sluggers, this much of All-Stars. But that's like the little extra things you gotta look at for these guys. Because that really tell you how big they are in their era.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean I don't know how anybody could not elect Yadier Molina to the Hall of Fame. I mean, his career has been outstanding. He's been definitely the for I would say the 2000s and even now, like into 2020, he's still playing and still he's had a great 20-year career.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know how you can keep him off.
Yeah.
And Bench, Campanella, and Berra had 8 MVP combined, right? Yeah. So
that's rare for a catcher, obviously. Yeah. And again, you think of like a Molina and guys like that, like Ozzie Smith got in like almost more for his defensibility. And there's not many guys like that out there. You know what I mean? Like how many guys have like a bunch of Gold Glove awards who are in the Hall of Fame?
I think Ozzie Smith had actually more. I think he had a lot of timely hits that were iconic. Yeah. That definitely helped him put him over because he was not known as a hitter, but his hitting actually helped him in a little bit as kind of ease that him getting into the Hall of Fame.
Again, it's a Hall of Fame. He's one of the most famous players of that era too. That helps things.
Yeah. There's a guy who's on the ballot this year that I say that I think he should be in. But I think that the thing that keeps him out was his bat is Omar Vizquel.
Yep.
One of the greatest fielding position players. But I don't think because of his bat, potentially, he may not be in.
Yeah. He wouldn't be a first year regardless, but.
No, I wouldn't think so.
He might be one of those guys who gets in eventually from like a veterans committee kind of thing. You know what I mean? I could see that being more of a likely scenario.
So maybe that's something that we talk about too, because the Hall of Fame ballot just came out. So we
have the whole show about the Hall of Fame ballot. I'm sure.
Yeah, we should that should maybe be one of our beer baseball happy hours where we should just definitely talk about that. That'd be a lot of fun. So let's close this out again. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. We are on all of these outlets. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Of course, we're also on Twitch. I need to add that to there. We're trying to build a community there as well. Kevin, do you have anything that you want to plug?
Nothing really specific, but as I always say, support your local breweries. I saw a sad note that LA County breweries are being closed down tomorrow at 10 p.m.
Yes.
So at least, and A lot of the stuff that's coming to LA is coming down to Orange County later. So let's hope for the best for everybody. So it's pick up and delivery only. Try to support your breweries. If you like a good beer, we want them to stay around. If you like your favorite baseball team, look up their minor league teams and support them, please. As for me, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lock and Lull. That's LOKNLOLL. And thank you for having me, even though I'm late.
Anytime. We enjoy having you here,
Yeah.
Kevin.
It's going to happen next week again. Sorry. Kayfabe.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Wow.
Angelo.
Yeah, so when I'm not here at the Beer Baseball blog, you can catch me on the Twitch and Facebook of Big Teach 45 playing Call of Duty Warzone almost every night. So follow him at Big Teach 45, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Also, Black Friday is coming up, so please go out and support your favorite baseball team and or company. So Baseballism has a big Black Friday sale coming up, and HOFBC Hall of Fame Baseball Cards has a Black Friday sale coming up this upcoming Friday. So please support your local baseball card shop, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, that's thank you for that, Angelo. I definitely want to put that out there. I mean, like baseball cards, I mean, opening up packs has been such a pleasure. I mean, like, you know, as we get older every year, but like this keeps us like young. Like open up baseball packs. Yeah.
My liver doesn't get older.
Oh yeah. I want to give a special shout out to Kevin's liver for keeping it. Thank you.
Do it every day.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, and thank you to everybody who watches faithfully every week. We do this. I mean, if there was nobody in the room, we would do this. The fact that you're here and listen to us talk and talk about beer and baseball is just a kick. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it very much. We will see you here next Thursday. Why do I keep on saying Thursday? Next Tuesday. Next Thursday will be Thanksgiving, of course, but we'll be here next Tuesday, 6 p.m., talking about beer and baseball. We appreciate all of you. Happy Thanksgiving. Definitely, stay at home and let's get this over with, and so we can get back to going to breweries and going to baseball stadiums. So good night.
Black Friday.
Yes.
And breweries and all that. Please.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.